Imagine this. You are standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the water stretching endlessly before you. Behind you lies the noise of the world, the judgments of others, the chaos of fleeting emotions, and the whispers of doubt. Ahead, the ocean calls. Its depths are daunting, but somewhere out there lies something extraordinary. Certainty, mastery, confidence. This is the journey of the human spirit, a journey not toward perfection, but toward resilience, self-possession, and unshakable faith in who you are. Today, I invite you, wisdom seekers, to embark on this journey, to dive deep into the habits that build not just confidence, but the kind of inner fortitude that no storm can break. Confidence. The word itself has roots in the Latin confidere, to trust completely. Confidence is not arrogance, nor is it the hollow bravado of a mask. It is the quiet, unyielding trust in your own capacity to face the world, no matter what it throws your way. The ancient Stoics, men like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, believed this kind of confidence was more than a trait. They saw it as an ethos, a way of living that made you unshakable. In their view, the mind was a fortress, and confidence was the disciplined guard who kept it secure. In this video, we'll uncover 10 transformative habits rooted in both Stoic philosophy and modern wisdom. These aren't quick fixes or shallow affirmations. They are practices, ways of living that will challenge you, sharpen you, and ultimately transform you. Wisdom seekers, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Let's get started. Habit 1. Mastering the art of stillness. In a world that moves at a relentless pace, where distractions are celebrated and silence is feared, the practice of stillness stands as an act of quiet rebellion. Stillness is the first habit for building unshakable confidence, because it is the foundation upon which self-awareness, clarity, and strength are built. You cannot trust yourself if you are a stranger to your own mind, and stillness is the doorway to meeting yourself fully. The ancient Stoics revered stillness as an essential discipline. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor surrounded by the chaos of governance and war, found his center not in the noise of the court or the battlefield, but in his moments of introspection. In his meditations, he wrote, "People seek retreats for themselves in the country, by the sea, or in the mountains, but nowhere can you find a more peaceful and trouble-free retreat than in your own soul." For Marcus, stillness was not about escaping the world, but about confronting it with a fortified mind. But what does stillness mean for us today? It is not simply sitting in silence or withdrawing from activity. Stillness is a practice of clearing the mental clutter that clouds your judgment and fractures your confidence. It is a skill, an active engagement with your thoughts and emotions that allows you to see them without being ruled by them. When you master stillness, you cultivate a sense of inner space, an oasis within yourself that no external chaos can disturb. To practice stillness, begin with deliberate solitude. Create moments in your day where you can be truly alone, not just physically, but mentally. Turn off your devices, silence the notifications, and allow yourself to sit with your thoughts. At first, this may feel uncomfortable. Your mind will race, presenting you with worries, regrets, or plans for the future. This is natural. The goal is not to suppress these thoughts, but to observe them without attachment. Stillness also involves reflection. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, advised that we end each day by reviewing our actions. In his letters, he wrote, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and measure my deeds and words." This practice is not about self-criticism, but about self-understanding. It helps you identify patterns, uncover hidden fears, and align your actions with your values. Breathwork is another powerful tool for cultivating stillness. When you focus on your breath, you anchor yourself to the present moment. Try this. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath for a count of 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this cycle until your mind begins to quiet. You'll find that your racing thoughts slow down, giving way to clarity and calm. Confidence grows in stillness because it connects you to your essence. When you strip away the noise of expectations, comparisons, and external validation, you discover a core of strength that is uniquely yours. Stillness teaches you that you do not need to perform or prove yourself to be worthy. You are enough, just as you are. When challenges arise, the still mind remains steady. It sees obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities for growth. This is why the habit of stillness is so essential to building unshakable confidence. It creates a fortress within you, a place where doubt cannot enter and where the truth of your own power is always present. Make stillness a daily ritual. Even 10 minutes of intentional stillness can have a profound impact on your life. Over time, this practice will sharpen your focus, deepen your self-awareness, and give you the quiet confidence to face whatever life brings. Habit 2. Embracing voluntary discomfort. If stillness is the foundation of confidence, then discomfort is the crucible in which it is forged. The second habit is this: embrace voluntary discomfort. True confidence does not come from avoiding hardship. It comes from seeking it out, confronting it, and emerging stronger on the other side. The Stoics believed in the power of hardship as a teacher. Epictetus, born into slavery and later freed, knew more than most about suffering. Yet he declared, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." For the Stoics, challenges were not obstacles to happiness, but pathways to mastery. They understood that the human spirit grows only when it is tested. In today's world, we are conditioned to seek comfort at all costs. Technology makes life easier, entertainment is endless, and convenience is king. But comfort is a trap. It lulls you into complacency, erodes your resilience, and leaves you ill-prepared for life's inevitable challenges. Confidence cannot thrive in comfort. It is built through struggle, through choosing discomfort when you don't have to. Voluntary discomfort can take many forms. It could be as simple as waking up earlier than you want, taking cold showers, or fasting for a period of time. These small acts of discipline train your mind to endure discomfort without resistance. They teach you that you are stronger than your impulses, and that temporary pain is a price worth paying for long-term growth. Physical challenges are particularly effective in cultivating confidence. Exercise, especially when it pushes you to your limits, is a powerful teacher. When you lift weights heavier than you thought possible, or run farther than you thought you could, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. Each victory, no matter how small, strengthens your belief in your own capacity. But voluntary discomfort is not just about the physical. It is about emotional and mental challenges too. It might mean having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, stepping into a social situation that makes you anxious, or pursuing a goal that seems out of reach. Each time you face discomfort willingly, you expand your comfort zone. What once seemed intimidating becomes familiar, and what once felt impossible becomes achievable. There is also a philosophical aspect to embracing discomfort. The Stoics practiced a concept called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. They would imagine worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on negativity, but to prepare their minds for adversity. Seneca advised, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By visualizing difficulties, you can approach them with a calm and prepared mind when they arise. When you choose discomfort, you prove to yourself that you can endure and overcome. This builds a reservoir of confidence that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. You begin to trust your own strength, not because you've avoided hardship, but because you've faced it head-on. Remember this: confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the knowledge that you can act despite fear. When you embrace discomfort, you train yourself to take action even when it feels uncomfortable. This habit is the antidote to procrastination, hesitation, and self-doubt. It transforms fear into fuel and turns challenges into stepping stones. Make voluntary discomfort a regular part of your life. Start small, but be consistent. Push yourself in ways that are manageable but meaningful. Over time, you will find that discomfort becomes less intimidating, and your confidence will grow in ways you never thought possible. The Stoics knew that life is unpredictable. They understood that true freedom comes not from avoiding pain, but from mastering it. When you embrace discomfort, you reclaim your power. You become unshakable. Habit 3. Cultivating radical honesty with yourself. If you want to build unshakable confidence, the third habit is perhaps the hardest and most transformative: cultivating radical honesty with yourself. This habit is not about being brutally honest with others. It's about holding a mirror to your own soul and facing what you see without flinching. The Stoics believed in living in accordance with logos, or reason, which meant aligning one's actions with truth. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Much of our suffering comes from lies we tell ourselves, excuses, rationalizations, or distorted perceptions that shield us from the truth. Radical honesty demands that you confront these lies and replace them with clarity. But why does honesty with yourself matter for confidence? Because confidence is rooted in trust. You cannot trust yourself if you are living in denial or avoiding uncomfortable truths. Radical honesty is the foundation of self-trust. It is the process of acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your fears and aspirations without judgment. It is the courage to say, "This is who I am, and this is where I need to grow." To cultivate this habit, begin with self-reflection. Spend time each day asking yourself hard questions. Am I living in alignment with my values? Am I avoiding something important because it feels uncomfortable? What fears are holding me back? Write your answers down in a journal. Be specific. The act of writing forces you to articulate your thoughts clearly, making it harder to hide behind vague excuses. You must also examine the stories you tell yourself. We all have narratives about who we are and what we are capable of. Some of these narratives are empowering, but many are limiting. For instance, you might tell yourself, "I'm not good at public speaking," or "I'll never be successful because I'm not talented enough." These stories are not truths. They are beliefs shaped by past experiences and fears. Radical honesty requires you to question these stories. Are they based on objective facts, or are they excuses to avoid discomfort? Another aspect of radical honesty is acknowledging your mistakes. This is not about wallowing in guilt, but about taking responsibility. The Stoics viewed mistakes as opportunities for growth. Epictetus said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." In other words, when you make a mistake or lose your temper, it is an opportunity to learn more about yourself. What triggered the reaction? What belief or fear was at play? By being honest with yourself, you can address the root cause and grow stronger. Radical honesty also involves recognizing your potential. Confidence is not just about admitting where you fall short, it's about seeing where you can rise. Too often we downplay our own abilities because we fear failure or judgment. But the truth is, you are capable of far more than you believe. Being honest with yourself means acknowledging this potential and committing to realizing it, even if it feels daunting. Finally, you must be honest about your values. Confidence comes from living a life that aligns with what you truly believe in. If you are constantly compromising your values to please others or avoid conflict, your confidence will erode. Take time to identify your core principles. What do you stand for? What matters most to you? Once you have clarity on these questions, use them as a guide for your decisions and actions. Radical honesty is not easy. It requires humility, courage, and discipline. But the reward is immense. When you stop hiding from yourself, you build a foundation of trust and integrity that no external force can shake. You become someone who knows themselves deeply and acts with clarity and conviction. That is the essence of unshakable confidence. Habit 4. Developing the power of detachment. The fourth habit for building unshakable confidence is developing the power of detachment. To the untrained mind, detachment might seem like indifference or apathy, but in reality, it is the ultimate freedom, the ability to engage fully with life without being enslaved by its outcomes. The Stoics practiced a concept known as amor fati, or the love of fate. This philosophy teaches us to accept everything that happens, good or bad, as necessary and meaningful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Detachment is the habit of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. Why is detachment essential for confidence? Because so much of our insecurity stems from attachment to the approval of others, to outcomes, to possessions, or even to our own egos. These attachments create fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of loss. Detachment frees you from these fears by teaching you that your worth is not dependent on external factors. Detachment begins with recognizing the limits of control. Imagine a ship sailing through a storm. The captain cannot control the wind or the waves, but he can control the direction of the sails and the steadiness of his hand on the wheel. In the same way, you cannot control other people's opinions, the actions of others, or the outcomes of your efforts. What you can control are your own actions, decisions, and mindset. Confidence grows when you focus on these controllable factors and release the rest. One practical way to develop detachment is through mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts and emotions without identifying with them. For example, if you fail at a task, your mind might tell you, "I'm a failure." But mindfulness allows you to step back and say, "I am experiencing the thought that I'm a failure. This thought is not the truth. It's just a reaction to the situation." This shift in perspective creates space between you and your emotions, allowing you to respond with clarity instead of reactivity. Another practice is to consciously challenge your attachments. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of losing and why? If you are deeply attached to a goal, imagine what would happen if you failed. Would it destroy your life, or would it simply force you to adapt? Most of the time, our fears are exaggerated. By confronting them directly, you can diminish their power over you. The Stoics also advised practicing voluntary deprivation as a way to cultivate detachment. Seneca suggested that we occasionally live as if we were poor, eating simple meals and wearing basic clothing, to remind ourselves that we can endure hardship. This practice teaches you that your happiness does not depend on external luxuries, making you more resilient and confident. Detachment does not mean withdrawing from life. On the contrary, it allows you to engage more fully. When you are not attached to outcomes, you can act with greater courage and creativity. You take risks, not because you are guaranteed success, but because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes. This freedom from fear is the essence of confidence. Ultimately, detachment is about shifting your focus from external validation to internal values. When you define your worth by your own principles rather than by external measures, you become unshakable. No criticism, failure, or loss can diminish you because your foundation lies within. Make detachment a daily practice. Reflect on your attachments, confront your fears, and remind yourself that your worth is intrinsic. Over time, you will find that you are less swayed by the winds of fortune and more rooted in your own power. This is what it means to be truly confident. Habit 5. Cultivating self-discipline as the core of strength. The fifth habit to build unshakable confidence is cultivating self-discipline. Confidence without discipline is fleeting. It is a flame that burns brightly for a moment, but is extinguished at the first sign of resistance. Discipline, however, provides the structure that transforms confidence into an enduring force, a lighthouse guiding you through the darkest storms. The Stoics placed enormous value on discipline as the bedrock of a virtuous life. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To the Stoics, freedom did not mean doing whatever you wanted. It meant having mastery over your impulses, emotions, and actions. Discipline is the practice of choosing long-term growth over short-term gratification, and in this choice lies the seed of confidence. Why is discipline so crucial to confidence? Because it builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, to wake up early, to complete a difficult task, to resist temptation, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. This self-reliance becomes the foundation of unshakable confidence. When you know you can count on yourself, external setbacks lose their power to shake you. Discipline begins with small, consistent actions. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of habits. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Discipline is not about grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort. It is about showing up every day, no matter how you feel. This daily practice creates momentum, and over time, it transforms you. To cultivate discipline, start by identifying your priorities. What matters most to you? Confidence grows when your actions align with your values, so clarity is essential. Write down your goals and the habits that will help you achieve them. For example, if physical fitness is important to you, commit to exercising regularly. If intellectual growth is a priority, make time for reading or studying each day. These habits become the framework for your discipline. Next, eliminate distractions. In a world of endless notifications and temptations, focus is a rare and valuable skill. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca warned, "You must lay aside the burdens of a busy life and make time for yourself." Identify the activities that waste your time and energy, whether it's mindless scrolling on social media, excessive entertainment, or procrastination, and create boundaries to protect your focus. Discipline also requires the courage to do hard things. It is tempting to avoid tasks that feel uncomfortable or challenging, but this avoidance undermines your confidence. Each time you face a difficult task and complete it, you strengthen your belief in your own ability. This is why discipline and voluntary discomfort, the habit we explored earlier, are so closely linked. Together they create a cycle of growth that fuels confidence. Another critical aspect of discipline is learning to manage your emotions. The Stoics taught that our emotions often lead us astray, pulling us toward impulsive actions or away from necessary challenges. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you cultivate discipline, you learn to act based on reason rather than emotion. You make choices that align with your goals, even when they feel uncomfortable in the moment. Finally, practice forgiveness. Discipline is not about perfection, it is about persistence. There will be days when you fall short, when you skip a workout, procrastinate on a task, or give in to temptation. When this happens, do not let guilt or shame erode your confidence. Acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and recommit to your path. Confidence grows not from never failing, but from always rising after a fall. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. Each small act of discipline, whether it's waking up on time, resisting a craving, or completing a task, adds to your reservoir of confidence. Over time, this habit transforms you. You become someone who can trust themselves completely, someone who is not swayed by fleeting impulses or external pressures. That is the essence of unshakable confidence. Habit 6. Building a resilient mindset through adversity. The sixth habit is about developing a resilient mindset, a mental toughness that allows you to face adversity with courage and confidence. Resilience is not a trait you are born with. It is a skill you cultivate through deliberate practice, and it is one of the most powerful habits for building unshakable confidence. The Stoics saw adversity as a teacher, not an enemy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective is the foundation of resilience. When you view challenges as opportunities to grow, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. Confidence flourishes in this mindset because it is no longer tied to avoiding difficulties. Instead, it thrives on overcoming them. Resilience begins with how you interpret adversity. When faced with a setback, your initial reaction might be frustration, anger, or despair. These emotions are natural, but they do not have to control you. The Stoics practiced cognitive distancing, the ability to step back from their emotions and analyze the situation objectively. For example, if you fail at a task, instead of thinking, "I'm a failure," you can reframe the situation. "I didn't succeed this time, but I can learn from this and try again." This shift in perspective is the foundation of resilience. Another key to resilience is embracing discomfort, which we discussed earlier. Adversity often comes with pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental. Resilience is not about avoiding this pain, but about enduring it with grace. Seneca advised, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." This courage grows when you face discomfort willingly, proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. Resilience also involves focusing on solutions rather than problems. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, "What can I do about this?" The Stoics emphasized the importance of action. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have the power to use reason to deal with whatever is thrown at you." This focus on problem-solving keeps you moving forward, even in the face of setbacks. Confidence grows when you take action, no matter how small, because action creates momentum. Another crucial aspect of resilience is patience. Confidence is often shaken by impatience, the desire for quick results or immediate gratification. But true confidence is built over time, through consistent effort and perseverance. The Stoics understood this well. They believed that life's greatest rewards come not from fleeting pleasures, but from enduring struggles. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Resilience requires trusting the process and staying committed, even when progress feels slow. Gratitude is another powerful tool for cultivating resilience. When faced with adversity, it can be tempting to focus on what you've lost or what's going wrong. But the Stoics taught that we should also recognize what remains. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave them if they were not yours." Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, strengthening your resolve to face challenges with confidence. Finally, resilience is about building a support system. Confidence does not mean going it alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and remind you of your strength. Seek mentors, friends, or communities that share your values and encourage your growth. The Stoics believed in the importance of companionship. Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." Building a resilient mindset takes time, but it is one of the most transformative habits you can cultivate. Each time you overcome adversity, you reinforce your belief in your ability to face life's challenges. You become someone who does not crumble under pressure, but rises stronger with each trial. This is what it means to be truly unshakable. Habit 7. Mastering the art of silence and reflection. The seventh habit for building unshakable confidence is mastering the art of silence and reflection. In a world filled with constant noise, notifications, opinions, and distractions, the ability to cultivate stillness is a superpower. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it is a state of mind, a deliberate pause in the rush of life that allows you to connect with your inner self. Confidence, deeply rooted in self-awareness, thrives in moments of quiet reflection. The Stoics held silence and reflection in high regard. Marcus Aurelius, perhaps one of the busiest men in history as a Roman emperor, carved out time to reflect daily. His Meditations is a testament to the power of introspection. He wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This retreat, this silence, is where you gain clarity about who you are, what you value, and how you can navigate the world with purpose. But why is silence so crucial for confidence? Because confidence is not noise. It is not about projecting a loud, boastful image to the world. True confidence is calm, assured, and deeply rooted in knowing oneself. Silence allows you to step back from the chaos, examine your thoughts, and confront your fears. It creates space for wisdom to emerge, a wisdom that becomes the foundation of your confidence. To cultivate this habit, start by practicing deliberate silence each day. This could be as simple as 5 minutes of sitting in a quiet room or a nature walk without your phone. During these moments, resist the urge to fill the silence with distractions. Instead, focus on your breathing, observe your surroundings, or simply allow your thoughts to flow. This practice might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, it becomes a sanctuary. Reflection is the companion to silence. Use your quiet moments to engage in deep self-inquiry. Ask yourself questions like, what am I proud of? What do I regret? What are my goals? And am I working toward them? Write your reflections in a journal. The act of writing forces you to articulate your thoughts clearly, which helps you understand yourself better. As the philosopher Socrates famously said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Reflection is your tool for examining your life and aligning it with your values. Silence and reflection also help you build resilience against external noise, criticism, judgment, and distractions. In the stillness of your mind, you learn to distinguish between what matters and what doesn't. Epictetus advised, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Confidence is not about seeking validation from others, it is about staying true to your principles, even when others misunderstand or criticize you. Silence helps you detach from external opinions and focus on your own truth. Moreover, silence sharpens your ability to listen. Confidence is not just about expressing yourself. It is also about understanding others. When you practice silence, you become a better listener. You pick up on nuances in conversations, understand different perspectives, and build stronger connections with others. This ability to connect authentically enhances your confidence in social situations. Lastly, the art of silence and reflection allows you to manage your emotions effectively. In moments of stress or anger, taking a silent pause can prevent you from reacting impulsively. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." Silence gives you the strength to remain steady in the face of turbulence, reinforcing your confidence in your ability to handle challenges. Cultivate the habit of silence and reflection daily. Over time, you will find that this quiet practice strengthens your sense of self, sharpens your clarity, and deepens your confidence. You will become someone who moves through life with calm assurance, unshaken by the noise of the world. Habit 8. Embracing authenticity as your greatest strength. The 8th habit for building unshakable confidence is embracing authenticity. Authenticity is the courage to be yourself fully, without apology or pretense. It is the recognition that your uniqueness is not a flaw, but a strength that sets you apart and makes you irreplaceable. The Stoics believed deeply in living a life of integrity, aligned with one's true nature. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never esteem anything as advantageous that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." Authenticity for the Stoics was about living in alignment with your values and not compromising them for the sake of convenience or approval. Confidence grows naturally when you embrace this principle because you no longer need to pretend to be something you're not. Why is authenticity so powerful for confidence? Because pretending to be someone else is exhausting. It creates a disconnect between who you are and who you present to the world, leading to insecurity and self-doubt. Authenticity, on the other hand, is liberating. When you accept yourself fully, flaws and all, you free yourself from the need for external validation. Confidence flourishes in this freedom. To cultivate authenticity, start by understanding yourself deeply. What are your values? What do you stand for? What are your passions, strengths, and quirks? Spend time exploring these questions through journaling, conversations with trusted friends, or simply reflecting during quiet moments. The more you understand yourself, the easier it becomes to live authentically. Next, let go of the need for approval. This is easier said than done, but it is essential for authenticity. The Stoics taught that we cannot control what others think of us, so it is futile to base our self-worth on their opinions. Epictetus advised, "If you want to improve, you must be content to be thought foolish and stupid." True confidence comes from within, not from the applause of others. Practice being yourself even when it feels uncomfortable, and notice how liberating it is to stop seeking external validation. Authenticity also requires vulnerability. Confidence is not about pretending to have everything figured out. It is about being honest about your struggles and imperfections. When you embrace vulnerability, you show others and yourself that you are strong enough to be real. As the philosopher Nietzsche observed, "Become who you are." This process of becoming requires you to confront your fears and insecurities and move through them with courage. One of the greatest obstacles to authenticity is comparison. In the age of social media, it is easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others and feeling inadequate. But comparison is the thief of joy and confidence. The Stoics reminded us that everyone has their own path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not think yourself too exalted because you have certain advantages, but look upon yourself as one who is tasked with certain responsibilities. Focus on your own journey and let others walk theirs." Authenticity also involves aligning your actions with your words. Confidence is built when your inner self matches your outer self, when you live with integrity. If you make promises, keep them. If you set goals, work toward them. If you value honesty, be truthful in your interactions. This consistency between your values and actions reinforces your belief in yourself. Finally, authenticity is about celebrating your individuality. The world does not need another imitation. It needs the unique gifts that only you can bring. Embrace your quirks, your passions, and even your imperfections. They are what make you human, and they are what make you powerful. As Oscar Wilde famously said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." When you live authentically, you radiate a confidence that is unshakable. You become someone who is comfortable in their own skin, someone who does not need to prove their worth because they know it inherently. Authenticity is not just a habit, it is a way of being, a way that unlocks the full power of your confidence. Habit 9. Practicing gratitude to anchor your confidence. The ninth habit to build unshakable confidence is practicing gratitude. At first glance, gratitude might not seem connected to confidence, but consider this. A confident man is not consumed by what he lacks. He is centered in the abundance of what he has. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, creating a mindset of sufficiency and strength. This habit grounds your confidence in a foundation of appreciation for your life as it is, rather than as you wish it to be. The Stoics believed deeply in the power of gratitude. Seneca advised, "Let us not envy those who stand higher than we do. Let us rather look at those beneath us." This perspective is not about superiority, but about recognizing the blessings you often take for granted. Confidence diminishes when you compare yourself to others and focus on what you lack. Gratitude flips this script, reminding you of all you have accomplished and all that is good in your life. Why does gratitude enhance confidence? Because it shifts your mindset from deficiency to sufficiency. A man who is grateful for his strengths, opportunities, and experiences is a man who recognizes his value. He does not rely on external validation to feel worthy, because he understands that his worth is inherent. Gratitude also builds resilience, as it helps you find meaning even in challenges. Marcus Aurelius encouraged this attitude, writing, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." To make gratitude a habit, start by keeping a daily gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small: a successful project, a kind word from a friend, or even the warmth of sunlight on your skin. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Another powerful practice is expressing gratitude to others. Confidence grows when you strengthen your relationships, and one of the easiest ways to do this is by showing appreciation. Write a thank you note to someone who has helped you, or simply tell a loved one how much they mean to you. As the philosopher Cicero noted, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues but the parent of all others. Gratitude also involves appreciating yourself. Often, we are our own harshest critics, focusing on our flaws while ignoring our strengths. Practice self-gratitude by acknowledging your efforts, celebrating your successes, and forgiving your mistakes. Seneca wisely observed, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." Each day offers new opportunities to be grateful for who you are and what you have achieved. Gratitude can be especially transformative in times of difficulty. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What can I be grateful for in this experience? This mindset does not diminish the pain of hardship, but allows you to find meaning within it. Confidence grows when you see yourself as someone who can navigate challenges with grace and gratitude. Finally, gratitude anchors you in the present moment. Confidence falters when you dwell on past regrets or future anxieties. Gratitude pulls you back to the here and now, reminding you that this moment is enough. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this beautifully. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Gratitude for the present moment is a reminder that life is fleeting and precious, a truth that strengthens your confidence to live fully. By cultivating gratitude, you develop a mindset of abundance, resilience, and self-worth. You become someone who sees the good in life, even amid struggles, and this perspective radiates confidence. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling. It is a practice that transforms the way you see yourself and the world. It is the bedrock of unshakable confidence. Habit 10. Living with purpose as your North Star. The 10th and final habit to build unshakable confidence is living with purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides your actions and decisions. It is the reason you get out of bed in the morning, the force that gives your life meaning and direction. Confidence flourishes when you align your actions with a purpose greater than yourself, when you know that your efforts contribute to something meaningful. The Stoics emphasized living in accordance with nature and reason, which they saw as humanity's ultimate purpose. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Purpose, for the Stoics, was about fulfilling your potential as a rational, virtuous being. Confidence comes from knowing you are on the right path, from committing to a life of integrity, growth, and contribution. But how do you discover your purpose? Start by reflecting on your values and passions. What matters most to you? What impact do you want to have on the world? Your purpose does not have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as being a loving parent, a dedicated professional, or a kind friend. What matters is that it resonates with you deeply, that it gives you a sense of fulfillment and direction. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to align your actions with it. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and authenticity that strengthens your confidence. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When your actions reflect your purpose, you move through life with clarity and conviction, unshaken by external distractions or doubts. Purpose also provides resilience in the face of challenges. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing something, you are more likely to persevere through difficulties. Viktor Frankl, a philosopher and Holocaust survivor, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Confidence grows when you see yourself as someone who can overcome obstacles because your purpose gives you the strength to endure. Another aspect of living with purpose is contributing to others. Confidence is not just about self-assurance. It is also about knowing that your life has a positive impact on the world. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or your community, find ways to serve others. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of humanity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "What injures the hive, injures the bee." Confidence grows when you see yourself as part of something larger, when you know that your efforts matter. Finally, purpose gives you a sense of legacy. Confidence is strengthened when you know that your life has meaning beyond the present moment. Reflect on the kind of legacy you want to leave behind. What do you want to be remembered for? How can your actions today contribute to that legacy? Seneca advised, "Life is long, if you know how to use it." Living with purpose ensures that your time is spent meaningfully, reinforcing your confidence in the life you are building. Living with purpose is the ultimate expression of confidence. It is the recognition that your life has value and meaning, that your actions make a difference. When you live with purpose, you become someone who is not swayed by temporary setbacks or external opinions. You move through life with clarity, strength, and unshakable confidence, guided by the certainty of your mission. Final thoughts, the foundation of unshakable confidence. Wisdom seekers, as we reach the conclusion of this journey through the 10 habits of unshakable confidence, let us take a moment to reflect on what we've explored. Confidence, as we have seen, is not a gift bestowed upon the lucky few. It is a skill, a way of being, that each of us can cultivate with intention and perseverance. It is not a fleeting feeling, but a steady state of self-assurance, rooted in principles and practices that transform the way we live. The Stoics taught us that confidence is not about bravado or arrogance. It is not about pretending to be invulnerable or shouting over others to prove your worth. True confidence is quiet, steady, and grounded. It is the unshakable belief in your ability to face life's challenges, anchored in self-awareness, gratitude, purpose, and discipline. It is the calm of a man who knows his values and lives in alignment with them, no matter what storms may come. As you move forward, remember that these habits are not quick fixes. They require patience and practice. But with each step, each moment of silence, reflection, or action aligned with your purpose, you strengthen the foundation of your confidence. You become more resilient, more self-assured, and more at peace with who you are. Confidence at its core is freedom. It is the freedom to be yourself, to pursue your passions, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. It is the freedom to rise above fear and doubt, to live boldly and authentically. This freedom is not given, it is earned, and it is worth every effort. So wisdom seekers, as you close this video and return to the rhythm of your life, carry these lessons with you. Embrace the habits that resonate with you and commit to cultivating them daily. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Your confidence is within your control, and the only limits to your growth are the ones you accept. Go forward with courage, with gratitude, and with the unshakable belief that you are capable of living a life of strength, purpose, and meaning. Thank you for sharing this journey, and may your confidence become a beacon, not only for yourself, but for those around you.